Good morning, students. Till third, I have explained yesterday. Now, the next question, read, reflect and write. Describe Malala's life before she became an IDP. That before, how was her life? She led, as you know very well, that she led a very happy life. I will explain this. Malala's life before she became IDP, that is internally displaced person, appears to have a very happy life. So her life was very happy. Once she had views of snow-topped Alum, so where she was living, from there she can see the view of snow-topped Mount Alum. From her rooftop had apricot trees. And which tree was there? Apricot tree. All around heard sound of birds chirping, and she can hear the sound of birds chirping and the sound of the river and wind, as well as the sound of river and wind. But suddenly she had to leave them all behind, the happiness of a place she loved. But what happened? Due to the Taliban attack, what she have to do? She have to leave her place, her books, her education. She have to left her home. Everything she have to leave, and she have to shift to other place. Now students, please write down Malala's life before she become IDP. Malala's life before she become IDP, that is internally displaced person, appears to have a very happy life. Appears to have a very happy life. Once she had views of snow-topped Mount Alum. Once she had views of snow-topped Mount Alum. From her rooftop had apricot trees. From her roof top had apricot leaves. All around heard sound of birds chirping. All around heard sound of birds chirping and the sound of the river and wind. And the sound of river and wind. Suddenly she had to leave them all behind. Suddenly, she had to leave them all behind. The happiness of a place she loved. The happiness of a place she loved. Now, question number 5. Describe the sights and sounds that Malala noticed on the journey from her home to Mardhan. So, what were the things that she noticed on the journey? When Malala and her family left for their native village Shangla in Safina's car, as you know very well, that they left where? From her village, where they have gone? To Shangla. And in whose car? Safina's car, as well as Dr. Afzal's car. So what she noticed there? She saw that the roads were jam-packed and busy. That all the roads are jammed. Yes, so much traffic was there on the road. She saw cars, rickshaws, mule carts and trucks with people and their belongings. And what she noticed? That the cars, rickshaw, mule carts and trucks all were there. All were with the peoples. Malala felt as if whole valley was moving to a different place. And how she felt? That all are moving from one place to another, and everyone was depressed, as well as everyone was sad as well as. So write down the answer now. When Malala and her family left for their native village, when Malala and her family left for their native village Shangla in Safina's car, when Malala and her family left for their native village, Shangla, in Safina's car, she saw that the roads were jam-packed and busy. She saw that the roads were jam-packed and busy. She saw cars, rickshaws, mule carts and trucks. She saw cars, rickshaws, mule carts and trucks with people and their belongings. With people and their belongings. Malala felt as if the whole valley was moving. Malala felt as if the whole valley was moving to a different place. Malala felt as the whole valley was moving to a different place and everyone was depressed. Now, next question. On the journey that Malala took from her home to Haripur, so the journey which she took from her home to Haripur, which three hardships, hardship means which three difficulties according to you were the most challenging ones that she faced? So as she were shifting from her home to Haripur, that means she was moving from her home to Haripur. So what were the three difficult things that were so much challenging for Malala and she faced? According to me, the most challenging hardships that Malala faced are, write down, according to me, the most challenging hardships that Malala faced are, so what was the first? Malala left her books. Write down, Malala left her books. As you know very well that it was so difficult for her to left her books. Why? Because she was very fond of reading. Then second, she missed her home Swat Valley. She missed her home Swat Valley. Second thing was, it was very difficult for her to leave her home. Third, she faced the hardships. She faced the hardship changing her living in 4 cities within 2 months. Write down, she faced the hardship changing her living in 4 cities within 2 months, as it was very difficult for her that within 2 months they have changed 4 cities, as they were moving from one city to another, again to another, again to another. These 3 things were more challenging for her, which she faced in her life. So the next question, a diamond must be cut many times before it yields even a tiny jewel. In your own words, explain what this line means to you. What do you think Malala chose to recite this poem? So as you know very well that competition was there. On that day, Malala recited this poem. Yes. So according to you, what does this line explains? So write down, when diamond is taken from mines, it is a shapeless stone. When diamond is taken from mines, it is a shapeless stone. It cut many times to make small pieces and polished to make it shine. It cut many times to make small pieces and polished to make it shine. As you know very well that when you take diamond from the mines, it is just a shapeless stone. Then what you have to do, you have to cut it in small pieces and you have to make the design, a proper design, as well as you have to polish the diamond so that it can shine. And with this quote, what she explained that the relation of parents as well as children is like a diamond. Yes or no? As parents prepare their children to achieve their heart desire, as parents what they work for their children so that their children can achieve everything in life. So just write down, when diamond is taken from mines, it is a shapeless stone. When diamond is taken from mines, it is a shapeless stone. It cut many times to make small pieces. It cut many times to make small pieces, and polished to make it shine. And polished to make it shine. The relation of parents and children, the relation of parents and children is like a diamond. The relation of parents and children is like a diamond. As parents prepare their children, to achieve their heart desire, Next question. How does this extract show that education and learning were important to Malala? As you know very well that she was very fond of reading, yes, as well as learning. So how you can explain that education and learning were important to Malala? This extract show that education and learning were important to Malala as she packed her books and notebooks in her school bag. You know very well what, that she didn't left her book like that only, that wherever they are she left there only. No, she packed very nicely her books and notebooks. Why? Because she loved her books, she loved learning as well as reading, that's why. So just write down the answer. This extract shows that education and learning were important to Malala. Education and learning were important to Malala as she packed her books and notebooks in her school bag. As she packed her books and notebooks in her school bag. Now, next question. If you had to leave your home as Malala had to do, what would you miss the most? So, as if sometime any circumstances appear, so and you have to leave your home, so what you will miss the most? You will miss what? Your home, the place where you are living, your school, your friends. Yes? Just write down the answer. If I had to leave my home like Malala, I will miss my school. Friends, town, shops, and my home. I will miss my school, friends, town, shops, and my home. So students, till 9 I have completed all the question answers. So kindly complete this question answers in your notebook. Thank you.